5116 Rock Glen Drive. This multi-level home is in need of a little bit of attention. Upstairs, you notice along those gutters, pine needles are just overflowing with the recent snow that we've had. Additional weight on those gutters are going to be pulling away from that fascia board soon, causing some damage. One of the shutters here on the front left is down, simply needs to be replaced. Exterior limbs are throughout the premises. Again, we did just have a storm recently. Previous tenant did say that there's a pine tree that has been down for some time. You can see it leaning against that other tree over there. It needs to be hauled away. Ms. Buchanan did state that they put the actual screen door on here. The sliding glass door both downstairs and upstairs are having some issues securing those. The locking mechanism is not securing very well. Again, you can see those gutters on the outside showing that they need some care as well. Again, lawn maintenance out here, just picking up all these sticks. Some of these large branches that are laying out. There's actually a basketball court out back. Some footsteps out in the snow did show that we had a visitor recently that went up on that back porch and tried to gain entry into those sliding glass doors. Fortunately, they did not, but the handle is very, very loose. We are missing a downspout here. You can see how this is dripping along the siding. It just needs to be replaced, hung back up. It's laying on the ground. Utilities are surprisingly still on in the home, though she has been gone for over 2 months out of this premises. Ms. Buchanan stated that this glass pane was missing when they first moved in. There was a big hole there. You can see they put cardboard in its place. We'll be going downstairs first, as the downstairs have some of the more serious issues that need to be addressed first with this home. Throughout the entire home, it needs to be swept and vacuumed. The Berber carpet throughout has seen much better days. I would recommend replacing that throughout the entire home. The marks, dings, and nicks and drawings on all of the walls is going to mean that we need to paint all the interior walls. It's going to be tough to match and cover just those certain areas. Our biggest concern actually comes from the entry from the garage. And it's right here at this crack along the foundation and this crack over here. Ms. Buchanan stated that water comes pouring in here like a faucet, and she has turned in a work order a few times. And the reason there is no carpet in here is because it puddles in here, the water, every time it rains, and that water goes on into the bedroom there and into the hallway that I just came down. And she was worried about mold issues with the standing water. Here in the garage, there's some debris left behind, an old TV, a stand. That bifold door goes up in the first bedroom on the left as we take a tour inside. I'm not sure why the sheetrock is missing up in the ceiling of the garage, but that could easily be replaced. It looks like 4 sheets would do that. Both garage doors are operable. This handrail is very loose, needs to be tightened up for safety's sake. One of the bedrooms again, needing some tender love and care. I need to clean up where they had something stuck on the walls over there. Again, if we're going to replace all the carpet throughout, I'm just going to remove all the carpet and debris and not worry about having to vacuum every room. Bathrooms need to be swept, cleaned up. This one could actually be touched up. I don't believe that there is too much damage to the walls here. There is a half piece of the toilet roll holder missing there. Other than that, seems to be functional. Plenty of storage places in here. Again, you look along the ground floor, just a lot of debris. Again, that carpet's going to need to be removed anyhow, so we won't talk about the vacuuming. We do need to sweep in the utility room. This is the washer dryer outlets. Here's that sliding glass door I mentioned from outside. There is debris, an old desk here that needs to be hauled out. You can see crayon marks and the like along this post. Some peeling paint over here along the ledge. Needs to be repainted. To clean out the fireplace, although she said she never used it. I'm not sure if the alarm system is functional. It was not hooked up. Let's go upstairs. We have pink 10 by 10 looks like tile throughout the kitchen area. Scope of work, because there are quite a few cracked pieces. When we pull up this carpet, which is heavily stained and worn, we can go ahead and find some type of maybe laminate to put down, or even some of the hardwood interlocking floating hardwood floors would be good here. All the appliances need to be cleaned out, including the washer, or correction, the refrigerator and freezer. Top hinge on this door was stripped out, and that's why it fell down. She was unable to put the screw back in there because the hole's too big. I tried the same, didn't work. This was that locking mechanism. It is very loose. It is currently rigged in a stable state to hold it secure, but not sure for how long. As you look at the walls, she said, well, that's where we had our table. So the table made some scratches on the wall there, and about 1/16 of an inch in depth, so those are going to need to be patched. Recommend entire living area off of the kitchen be painted. Right shade be replaced, as it's chewed up quite a bit. Looks like part of the handrail here came off. It needs to be replaced. Heading down the hallway, got a lot of markings on the walls. Did a full cleanup of the two storage closets here, linen closet, pantry. Bathroom on the right. Could probably get away with just using a dry erase marker on these walls, but there are some nicks and chips, divots if you will, need to be repaired. Need to do a better caulking along the edges there once it's heavily scrubbed. Some repair work needed on the edges of that linen closet. Need to repaint this entire first bedroom on the left. Too many crayon marks. Downstairs is the door for this. They could never get this door to work, and because there were 2- and 3-year-old in here, they didn't want the door falling on them, so they went ahead and removed the door and put it downstairs in the garage. You can see the bright colored paint that needs to be repainted over, and again that carpet is just severely worn. All the doors are also going to need to be painted. See some of the markings. Looks like a hole was punched in the wall there. Some ripped sheetrock. What concerns me here is a previous water leak. It looks like there's been a band-aid or two tried to be put on this, but the actual source has not been secured. That's some mold growing through there. We need to go ahead and fix the roof so it stops leaking above it, and then maybe remove and replace this one sheet of sheetrock. All walls need to be painted in here. And to the master. Master bedroom has enough markings on the walls that all 3 of them would need to be painted, including the inside of the storage closet. That right door is loose, the right knob is loose. Again, there's markings on the doors. Paint all doors as well. This bathroom would need to be painted due to the markings. And cleaning out of the sink area. Well, that concludes our inspection. Please see remarks on write-up.